I don't know if we can go back to the higher. I don't know if we can go back to a higher standard, you know? I mean, I think he's right. I think Jonathan Blow's right that we definitely are in perhaps I honestly think that the state of web development right now is in the worst place it's ever been ever. I think the days of jQuery were fundamentally better, not because it was better to work on them. Most certainly it was harder. Docker is an insane piece of software that has enabled a lot of our lives to be better. I'm going with web dev because I don't know if it's the same for all dev. Games have always historically been a shit show, and so I don't know if that's like changed at all or if it's worse or better. I'm not even sure. I have no idea. It seems like it's worse to me, but I also remember buying Nintendo 64 Turok Rage Wars, the arena game, and only being able to get 49 out of 50 achievements because the 50th achievement, Monkey Tag, was impossible to get because the game just wouldn't work. It wouldn't give it to you. It was fundamentally broken. No one during testing beat through the game. They just didn't just go. They didn't just do the whole thing. Like it's just one of those things that, that was my childhood. There's plenty of games like that. So I don't know if games are fundamentally different, but I think web dev itself is fundamentally different. I think web dev is most certainly in a really bad spot. And I think one of the reasons why it's in such a bad spot is that we've increased the complexity in general a huge amount, and we flooded a bunch of new people to programming into it. But here's the deal. We don't teach them foundation, right? We teach them how to use these blocks we've created. Every person that's starting out that's pretty much brand new is trying to launch serverless applications and learn how to program with React, right? Like, think about that for a second. Think about how many technologies went into that small, tiny little bit. And that's like what people are trying to learn on, right? Like, how do you even learn when you don't, like, the levels of abstraction are insane, right? And I mean, don't get me wrong. I love that they exist. I'm super happy they exist. I am not happy that is how somebody learns how to program today. I learned how to program by building a house by printing out. Then I learned a little bit more, and then I learned a little bit more. Then I learned about classes. Then I learned about abstract classes and how they kind of work and how that kind of interacts between the two. And then I learned how a linked list works and how you can refer to your class by itself, right? Where you can actually create this memory out and out and out, and you can use null to stop the creation of memory. And then I'm like, oh my goodness, I can see the matrix. This is incredible. So a year into programming, I'm learning basic data structures. These people are building full stack websites. It's just so different, our foundations. I knew how computers work, how functions were invoked, all of that, then got thrown into the real world. These people only know the real world, and they don't understand why anything actually works. You know what I mean? Like, it's just such an inversion of learning, and I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. I don't want to be I don't want to be a person that thinks because it's different, it's bad or it's good. You know what I mean? I think a lot of times you see people that always get upset because it's not what they had. What I had was in Java. Do I think Java is the greatest? I'd actually rather wish I would have learned C++ way more in depth than Java. I'd like to see you inverted. But real talk, like, I think I can't say that it's better or worse. I just don't know what it is, right? I feel bad for every last person learning right now in the web world. I think it's really, really tough. I think it's honestly super tough, and I feel bad because I feel like you guys have to have some of the hardest hurdles right now to get over. You have to. I don't know what I would have done if I would have started my first company with web dev and I know all the fundamentals, and then I'm sitting there spending days just trying to figure out how to launch, do all this stuff, instead of like hacking my way around a single server in Texas or something like that, right? The single server in Texas where I had to start my PHP server, I kind of understood the pipeline, right? I had to start the MySQL database. I had to start PHP, Tomcat, whatever the hell it was. And I understood, like, okay, here we go. We're just like, yeah, right? Like, oh man, if my database goes down, people won't be able to save. Like, I understood it. Like, I kind of knew what was going on. It was LAMP. I was literally on LAMP. I was using XAMPP, XAMPP for Windows to develop it, right? Like, this is real. And now People are using serverless databases on serverless companies, launching JavaScript that is transpiled 6 different times. Like they just like the connection is just so different. I am super curious what this looks like and how those people. I wish there's a way I could just like feel what everyone feels right now that's been in web development for like 3 months. I've been in web dev since 2007. Yeah, I started jumping in 2007. I made a website, I think in 2007 or 2008 called Life in America is Tough, where people would post their very, very difficult things of life, such as, I woke up this morning and we were all out of butter when my toast popped out of the toaster. That kind of stuff. It was pretty good. That was my first website. 2007, 2008, something like that. I didn't even have jQuery at that point. jQuery wasn't on the scene yet. How long? Dude, it took me like 2 months to build. It was so hard. MooTools, I didn't even have MooTools.